Wi-Fi issues can't hold me down, or at least we hope. But hey, training camp has resumed. All right, this is the last day for our special raffle, the $600 value that you can get for $20. So that's a lot of things that I just said all at once, and they might not all relate, but we're gonna find a way to make them relate. All right, so you better stay tuned, because right here, right now, we got a great episode. We're talking about Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, right, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, jet, jet, jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, jet, jet, jet! Let's go! There you go, Woody!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, the Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there,
Okay.
baby.
Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know Wi-Fi permitted. We are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Right here in the 4K. Shine a light on him. He shines bright like a diamond, rocking the NFL Hall of Fame game gear. All right, he was there a couple of years ago. Tonight's edition is tonight. Or this year's, edition is tonight, but he is here right now, repping that memory, repping that beginning. The season begins tonight. He is the one, the only boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. How you doing, my good sir?
As Greg said in the chat, beautiful intro as always, Woody, and football starts tonight. Once this football game happens this evening between the Detroit Lions and the LA Chargers, we will have no more weeks of skip football. Even the skip week of football between the end of the preseason and the NFL is week 0 of college football. So we're going to have football moving forward, which is pretty awesome, Woody. And I want to make sure I don't forget this, because I know sometimes when things don't come in through YouTube that we don't give it the love. So I want to make sure we give it the love immediately. Mahar Khalil, before the show, sent in $100 super chat, and he's here in the chat representing, saying, "Good afternoon, fellow Jets fan." That's because he wanted raffle ticket action for our gosh darn giveaway. Here we go.
Wow.
$100 spot, baby, here on the program, which of course gives him 5 bleeping raffle tickets to our Jets Cowboys giveaway. $20 per ticket, and of course being subscribed to both of our channels, Woody. So there's only one thing to do, and I think it's time to
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Woody, the response to our giveaway, which was your idea to do, has been overwhelming. And the morning show, the cart just went off the rails. People were gifting tickets left and right with super chats and memberships, and I was like, wow, okay. Well, Woody, today is the last show that I will be on that people can send them in. People can do as Mahar Khalil did, send it in over Venmo or PayPal. So that's another option if people would like to do that for a Jets Cowboys giveaway to get involved in it. But this will be the last show to do it, where we're screaming about it every time you send it in. So keep that in mind. And speaking of number one Austrian Jet fan with a super sticker coming here on the program, we love to see it.
Wow.
So this might be a historic show, Woody. Between all our Jets talk, there might be some raffle tickets being gifted from the high heavens.
Absolutely. Like you said, this is the last opportunity. So I definitely think, everyone should take advantage. Like Hep said, I don't think it's going to be the last opportunity ever, right? But it
Ooh.
is the last opportunity for this year, for sure. Hopefully, financials provided, this is something that we can do every year, because I think it is. It's tremendous value. It's our way of giving back, but of course, it requires some lifting on our part to get it done. I wanted to shout out my guy, Mr. Badshaw. I seen him live on both YouTube channels. He's hopping from live chat to live chat, Take Flight Talk, and Boy Green 25. I can't remember which one where he said, it's serious when Woody got the hair up. To be honest with you, I've just been, running, doing errands. All right. I got a 2-year-old birthday party tomorrow. My daughter, she's turning 2. Or actually, she's turning 2 like later in the month, but we're just having the party tomorrow.
Well, happy early birthday.
Yes. Fun fact. The day she was born, the Jets played the Carolina Panthers preseason. They did not allow a single point.
20-0, right?
Yeah. 24. I think it was 24 or 21. 24, I believe.
Okay.
Or maybe it was 20. But I remember Izzy Abanaconda had a touchdown. Right when she came out, I think that might have been her first play she ever seen. She was like, "Oh, is he?" But Monica had a touchdown, and so August, she's an August baby.
Oh, beautiful. Well, that's wonderful. 27-0 apparently was the So I don't want to undersell the beatdown that happened there with Zach Kuntz getting his touchdown in the back of the end zone at the end of it. So that is great. So absolutely. So again, Woody, we're going to get into a lot of Jet stuff today, but again, we will also be promoting because, like you said, this is our last chance for this month. Once this show's over and it's midnight tonight, again, you guys can still send it in via PayPal and Venmo. I'll show you guys that in just a second. And make sure after you send it that you confirm with me on some social media. That would be a big help too. Like, hey, Paul, make sure you got it and that it went in. So make sure you follow up if you do choose to send over PayPal or Venmo. Again, what we're giving away is the 2 tickets to Jets Cowboys game, section 228A, 2 tailgate tickets, that's food and drink before the game, Jets Cowboys commemorative T-shirts, and Woody, the whatever the word is, the first one, like the pilot episode, the pilot T-shirt, whatever it is, I've seen. It's actually right behind this camera, and we'll be revealing it here perhaps in the near future. So I got the shirt yesterday from a special merch place, and perhaps more details to come on that with some other things we're working on. But so I have that too. But anywho, that entire package we just talked about, $600 in value, but you have a chance to get it for just $20. All you have to do is subscribe to mine and Woody's YouTube channel. That's at Take Flight Talk and at BoyGreen25, and then send in $20. You could do that via PayPal or Venmo. If you do, give your first and last name, a good email to reach you at, and that this is for Jets Cowboys. So we want to make sure we can reach you. I don't want you to blindly send me money and then you don't have any way for me to reach back out to you and then you win and we can't get a hold of you. So please make sure you do that, or just spend $20 here on the YouTube channel, baby. That is another way to do it. Today is the last day. I know me and Woody have been talking about it all month. You might be sick and tired of it, but today is literally the last day we're going to be talking about it, because then we're going to be moving on to talking about other things with the green and white. So, folks, take advantage of this. We had a few people, Woody, that had been on the fence for the entire month, and then today with all the activity went, fuck it. Might as well get one ticket in. Who knows what you're going to do? And I suggest that to everybody who has a desire to do this, Woody. You never know what can happen. If you don't have a ticket, you have absolutely no chance of winning. I know that math to be true. So again, Mahar Khalil, he has 5 raffle tickets. It's on the scrolling ticker down below. The scrolling ticker is transparent. It lets you know everybody that is competing with you for this raffle. And tomorrow morning on Boy Green Daily with Jets historian Bob Lederer on the show, we will reveal that winner. It'll be decided by the wheel of name picker. I'll input all the information tonight. I'll double check it in the morning, and whoever wins. It's up to the gods. So it should be epic, Woody. Should be epic.
The great Wayne Gretzky said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." So come on, man. Let's get that shot out there. $20, click, and boom, there's your shot.
Okay, whoa, we just received, oh baby, okay, wait a second here. We just got
Oh my gosh.
another raffle. Let's friggin' go, baby. So,
Oh,
okay. Oh yeah,
what?
another one just came in from
Wow.
da-na-na, da-na-na. Oh yeah, baby. Hit him with it. Let's get some Wudi action. Where's some Wudi? Here we go. All right, this is from Yo Holmes, who just sent in
Wow, put me in, coach.
There you go. He just put in $60 and sent it in. Yo Holmes confirmed. I'll make sure we put that on the leaderboard here in just a second. He just sent in $60, which of course is 3 raffle tickets for the Jets Cowboys contest. You know what? Get in where you fit in. Yo Holmes, you got an opportunity, a couple of them, to win the contest, baby. Wudi, this has been awesome, and it's been so cool to see everybody jumping in on the contest, and someone's going to come away with an awesome prize, and congratulations. And I will also say, if some of you that have submitted raffle tickets, the last thing, then we'll get to Jets talk, I promise, besides any other raffle tickets and things that are coming in, if you miss out on this contest, right? Because like obviously most of you are going to, because only one person's going to win that gets to bring somebody else with you. There are still a couple of tickets left. I believe we have 5 tickets right now left, although a few people are pending. So people, if you want to make sure that you go to our Jets Cowboys game with us, make sure you reach out ASAP. They're $300 per person if you don't win the raffle, and that's it. Once those ticket packages are gone, they're gone. I won't be able to sell anymore, and you guys will have to figure out Jets Cowboys on your own. So please just keep that in mind if you can. And yeah, there you go. So Yo Holmes, baby, unfriggin' believable. I'm so fired up. Come on now.
What I do know, we're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Let's go.
Hey.
Okay. Whew, okay. I'm all fired up. So Yo Holmes, coach, you're coach. Okay, you're in, Yo Holmes. I'll update that on the banner in a second. So Wudi, we have a lot of things to take away here. Aaron Glenn was. I don't know if the Jets must have made a mistake, because this is how it's going to work once we get into the regular season. But Thursdays are normally days for the assistant coaches, where Aaron Glenn does not speak and the assistant coaches do. So Steve Wilkes, Tanner Angstrom, Chris Banjo. So they originally scheduled on their digital platforms that Glenn was supposed to speak today, and then that went away and the other coaches did. So we did not hear from AG today. But there was a lot of interesting takeaways from the beat reporters. So Wudi, I want to throw a couple of them up and get your reactions. I think at first we have to talk about Quinnen Williams, who apparently, let me make sure I get this one up. Nope, not that one here. Here it is, from Brian Costello of the New York Post. Quinnen Williams tweaked his left calf during positional drills. He's getting checked out now. Here's some more updates on that. Quinnen Williams was taken inside the building, and he did not return to practice. The Jets informed all the media members of this update. So hopefully this is just precautionary. We've heard no other update yet from this standpoint, Woodster. So fingers crossed that this isn't more serious than it is.
Well, as somebody who has had Quinnen Williams as their favorite Jet for pretty much his entire Jet tenure, and has, a jersey of Quinnen.
Sure.
For me personally, I'm not gonna lie, Boy Green, I'm on orange alert. I'm on orange alert. It's not red. It's not red alert, but it is orange alert, because you look around the professional sports leagues going around, right? If you recall, on this very team, Aaron Rodgers had some calf soreness. Tyrese Halliburton had some calf soreness.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Just everything you're saying is scaring me, man.
Well, it's not taken seriously enough. And then what happened? All right, that calf soreness, we've seen it in professional sports. There are several examples over the last 5 years now that now all of a sudden, boom, we're talking about something much, much more serious. So, and for those of you who don't know, who don't follow sports, who I guess wasn't following the Jets 2 years ago, that calf soreness turned into a torn Achilles. And there's way more examples than just those two players. Kevin Durant, whole bunch. Yeah. So, if he's feeling something, he better be honest. He needs to be honest with these trainers. Even if it's a little something, and you can play through it. That's what these guys keep doing, is playing through it, and then boop, it's gone. So with Quinnen, I want him to be healthy. I want him to be a monster this year. I'm expecting him to be a monster under this AG regime. So definitely whatever they got to do to completely nullify this issue, they need to do that. If that means missing the entire rest of the month, he is someone where, him missing reps, in my personal opinion, isn't as dire as like a Justin Fields or, somebody who really needs to get this, new system, under lock and key. Quinnen is a dog, and his position, his responsibilities might, vary, but it's not, he's still playing the same, position. So whatever they need to do to get him feeling tip top, they need to do, because I'm not trying to read no text with that big A word in there for Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, we've had that too often. Carl Lawson a couple years ago in the Jets-Packers joint practice with another one. He was having this crazy offseason, and then boop, as Woody likes to say, apparently. That's not the sound effect I remember hearing when watching all of these devastating injuries in Jets history of Carl Lawson, Vinny Testaverde, Aaron Rodgers. Jamien Sherwood actually blew out his Achilles before he became Jamien Sherwood. People forget about that. So, yeah, let's not have any of that action going on. So I'm all fine with it. And to be honest, Woody, you mentioned like Justin Fields missing time is critically like important. Like, geez, if he misses time, that's like not good because he's the quarterback and everything. With Quinnen missing time, that means there's more reps to go around for all these defensive tackles that we don't really know a lot about. So maybe that's a sneaky benefit here. Again, I don't want to ever see Quinnen or, quite frankly, any player on this team dealing with any injuries. But if we're looking for a silver lining here, Woody, that's not the worst thing in the world for the Byron Cowarts, Leonard Taylor III, who, by the way, the Jets put up all these photos from each practice on their website. And one of them is Quinnen Williams coaching up Leonard Taylor III. He was showing him like a rip technique in terms of pass rush. And hey, man, that's great. Now, I would just say this at this point, everything you say is valid. I'm just saying, this is all we know right now. We don't know anything crazier. They should take their time with this. We don't know how serious this is. All we know is he missed practice, probably precautionary. We're 5 weeks away from the start of the 2025 season for the New York Jets against Pittsburgh. So take your time, R&R, no rushing necessary, especially when you consider the rest of the defensive tackles in the room. I think the snaps can sort of be spread out here. It's actually a net positive because Quinnen isn't going to be obviously playing a ton in the preseason, I would have imagined anyway.
Yeah, I love that. I was even thinking that, and our guy James Kennedy said the same thing. That's a really good point that, it is kind of a win-win situation. You get to rest Quinnen, make sure that nothing, gets, overworked. But then now for the next man up, who we desperately need a next man up. Now they get more reps to try to prove that they deserve to be that next man up. So, you just said it, Byron Coward, LT3. So I think this is a win-win all around. So let's protect our guy.
We have 300 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. These are just 300 people on my side because we're streaming live in 5 different destinations. We're trying to break a Ripley's world record, for God's sakes, for streaming to all our gosh darn destinations. So make sure if you're watching on the YouTube, like the video, hit subscribe. I'm trying to make a chase to 8,000 subscribers here on the channel. So please, every little bit helps, baby. We're about another 150 and change away from 8K as we continue on here on the show. And again, we'll continue to promote this every couple of minutes is our Jets Cowboys giveaway, as Yo Holmes did, as Mahar Khalil did. You guys can send in your $20 raffle ticket via Venmo or PayPal. You just need to be subscribed to me and Woody's channel, which is free to do, and send in a $20 raffle ticket or spend $20 on the YouTube channel to have a chance to win this wonderful prize package, which, by the way, we will be doing tomorrow on Boy Green Daily, my 7:30 a.m. morning show, is when we will reveal the wheel and name picker, and we will pick out a winner, and I will contact that winner, and booyah, you guys will be in for this contest, which, by the way, 2 tickets, Jets Cowboys, 228A, 2 tailgate tickets, 2 Jets Cowboys commemorative t-shirts. So good luck to everybody. Again, today's the last day if you reach out tomorrow and say, hey, Paul, I'd love a Raffle ticket, I bet you would. But too late. The door's closed. So people take full advantage coming up here on the show. So like I said, Woody will keep bringing up a couple of these comments. This one was Brian Costello on Quinnen Williams. So hopefully nothing major there. And this one is going to upset the peanut gallery. Woody, I'm just going to be honest. It's part of the headline of this video. Micheal Clemons is having an outstanding training camp, according to Jets defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. That quote coming from Brian Costello. I tried to tell you people that Micheal Clemons is the third most prominent defensive end on the roster, whether you like it or not, and that's by default, let alone apparently having this outstanding training camp and turning his career around. So, Woody, what is your reaction to Micheal Clemons having, quote, an outstanding camp, according to Jets defense coordinator Steve Wilks, which I would imagine is a pretty important person to try to impress because that's going to lead to rotational snaps and even more potentially.
I don't understand how people can read this and like get mad. And
which
I would say the average Jet fan that I've seen read, yeah, they do, right? They're seeing this and they're getting mad. That doesn't make sense to me. This is good news. Insert any name here. Said blank is having an outstanding camp. It would be good news because we want to see our players have an outstanding camp. So that doesn't make sense to me. I want the entire team to have an outstanding camp for Clemons, who we were all super excited about. He is part, as much as they try to forget it. He is part of that 2022 draft class that we all love so much. People loved him, looking like a beast, rolling up with no shirt on. And then, yeah, of course, he made some boneheaded plays. But, what did Aaron Glenn have to say about Will McDonald? He's looking, he's doing more power moves than we're used to seeing. Coaching. Okay, well, that also works further down the ladder. If Micheal Clemons is now being coached into better situations and not having boneheaded plays, then why are you pouting? That doesn't make sense. And those same people who are pouting are the people that like accuse me of like, oh, I hate this person, I hate that. If Justin Fields becomes the MVP of the NFL, bro, I'm gonna do my best to do a back handspring. I will be excited. Like I'm not. Okay. There's no pouting, right? Like the ultimate goal is for the Jets to win the Super Bowl. That's why, if sometimes it feels like that's why it exists. It's just a root for this team to win the Super Bowl. So if any player is chipping in to do that, your boy is going to be hyped. So you guys out here trying to call me, hate all this type of stuff. Well, look at you guys pouting, getting mad at our guy, Micheal Clemons shining. As long as he's a Jet, I'm a root for him. And you should too. The fact that he's having an outstanding camp, I'm very happy about that. He's always had physical tools. Now he's getting coached in the better situations. This is good news. It's good news.
Yeah, the thing I just don't get is that people would actively root against a player on the team. If you're a fan of the team, I don't give a shit what you thought pre-draft. That doesn't matter anymore. I don't care if you thought Micheal Clemons was going to be a bust and then they draft him like, oh, God, they shouldn't have drafted this guy. I don't like him. And you just have these biases that you refuse to dispel at the door and move forward. I talk about it all the time. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. I thought he was going to be the biggest bust of all time. I'm like, you can't teach accuracy. If he couldn't throw to college, if he couldn't throw it at Wyoming, how in God's green earth is he suddenly going to figure it out at the NFL? That was my take. My take obviously was dead wrong. In case you missed it and you lived under a rock, he's the reigning MVP. So I'm an idiot. But the fact is that even though I hated his guts, I knew the Jets were looking for a quarterback that year. Everyone did. I'm not breaking any news here. And if the Jets would have drafted Josh Allen, despite what I thought, I would have said, well, folks, here's my honest concerns about it, but he's our quarterback. Let's freaking go. That would have been my take. That should be the take of everyone. You should have an open mind with the players that are added to this team. You can have criticisms. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, oh, everyone's the best. Everyone's the greatest. There's never any criticism. If you listen to, if there is a perception of me, since Woody's like going off about, oh, man, see, you people are all upset at me for the things that I do, and then look at this. So I'm going to now go on my soapbox about all these things that people say about me. Oh, boy, Green, he just says all these goofy ass shit, and they're going to win the Super Bowl, and every player's an all-pro. If you really listen to my show and you don't just try to judge a book by its cover from a far distance, I have all kinds of criticisms about the team that I share, and I express, and I put it out there in the universe. And the fact of the matter is, you can have criticisms. I'm not saying you can't. But like Michael Clemons, people hate his guts, and there are things. He's not a perfect player, and that's not what I'm saying. He's fucked up with the penalties, have been dumb. He's done all kinds of other silly stuff, which has led to these perceptions of him. But so many reactions of people screaming, "No, Michael Clemons is having an outstanding camp, great." Even if he had a shitty camp, people tell me right now who is going to replace Michael Clemons? Who? I feel like a goddamn owl. Who is going to replace Michael Clemons on the 53-man roster? Oh, let me save you the time. No one. There is no one that is currently on the roster outside of a surprise Jadeveon Clowney signing or something. There is no one on the roster that would have taken Michael Clemons' job. That's the honest truth. And maybe there would have been a surprise of like Braden McGregor. Maybe Braden McGregor has this unbelievable camp and somehow he pushed him. But even then, I don't think so. Braden McGregor, if that's the random person I made up, would just happen to take a roster spot. So I just don't understand it at all. Seems weird energy out in the universe. But the fact of the matter is Michael Clemons is clearly making this roster. If you didn't know that yesterday, you know that today. And I know this is just a pocket of time and we haven't played preseason games yet. Michael Clemons is 100% making this roster, Woody.
I just wanted to let you know that while Boy Green is defending his boy Michael Clemons, he does hate some Jets, and J Boy, he acknowledged one. Yeah,
Who's that?
mean, Alan, my guy, Alan Lazard has definitely
that's true.
More hate than anybody else
that's a good
on
point.
this team.
Yeah.
That's true. Boy Green, hates his guts. So while he trying to say, as long as they wear the green and white, I guess their name just can't start with the L and end with the Azard. But for me, I actually do
see.
root for the people that wear the team colors.
That's a good point. I appreciate the keeping me honest there. That is true. I do sort of hate Lazard's guts there. Hey, look at this. We're getting a super chat in from Fire Aaron Glenn. I was just thinking about you, Fire Aaron Glenn, the other day because I'm like, man, I haven't heard from that guy in a while. Does he still have an account? Yes, is the answer to your question.
Wow.
The YouTube account Fire Aaron Glenn, $5 super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. The comment here is bring back Jeff Ulbrich so the team can take a hard look at themselves. Well, I want to make sure this is clear. Fire Aaron Glenn, you are $15 away from getting yourself in our raffle today. So if you have other $5 super chats throughout the show that you'd like to contribute, just keep that in mind. Again, you are $15 away from having a raffle ticket for a Jets Cowboys giveaway. To find out who the man or woman is behind the Fire Aaron Glenn account would be fascinating and a big reveal potentially at the tailgate. Jeff Ulbrich should take a hard look at, his iPad password. That's probably a thing that he should be keeping perhaps a closer look at than Jets defense or Falcons defense. So his children aren't, having discipline in the household to try to prevent some of those issues as opposed to discipline on certain teams. But, that's just me.
Bro. Perfectly said. I mean, the team was undisciplined under Ulbrich's watch. His son, undisciplined under Ulbrich's watch. I'm completely good on Jeff Ulbrich. I'm ashamed that you guys really tried to hype yourselves up, talking about you guys were Ulbricht up. That was a low point in Jets fandom. Let me tell you, when you guys celebrated that this dude was supposed to be head coaching a team that we came into the season with Super Bowl aspirations. It was horrible. We are all good on this suggestion. But to Boy Green's point, Fire Aaron Glenn, give me 3 more comments, please. $5, 3 more comments. I would love if you win the raffle. I would love for you to sit next to me and tell me your ideologies, Fire Aaron Glenn, because I have an open mind. Talk to me.
There you go. Yo Home says this, and I feel the same way. Yo Home says, Ulbricht's kid cost him $100,000. My dad would kick my ass, man. Yo Home said, my dad would have, I don't think I would have been dead. But I would have never seen the light of day if I would have went, hey, Dad, can you go check the bathroom? There's something going on there. Oh, okay. Oh, sweet, the iPad. Is that your Sanders number? Oh, this is going to be hilarious. Oh, and then getting fined $100,000, having his career like, he kept his job. Good for him. But like, that's a blemish on his career forever. That's going to be on there that he fucked, messed around with important stuff, confidential information, just carelessly left it out, and then his son didn't know that if he messes around with something like that he was going to get the business. I mean, I don't know about all that. So my dad would have beaten the shit out of me. Let me tell you, my dad's beaten the shit out of me for a lot worse, or a lot less than losing $100,000. So I don't know about all that. Wudi, we've got another one, baby.
Wow.
We have more raffle tickets coming in here, baby. Give a shout out to Nathan Tilley, who just bought 2 raffle tickets, baby, here on the channel. So Nathan,
we cooking right now, boy.
Let's go. Hey, here. This is for J Boy.
I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
And a little Chucky.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
Okay, Wudi, we are freaking cooking here, baby. So Nathan Tilley has now joined in. He sent in his 2 raffle tickets, which again are $20 a piece. He sent it in over Venmo. That is another way you guys can do this, so feel free to take advantage. Again, today is the last day. This is your last chance. And I'll throw it up here on the big board as we're adding it to the banner here, Wudi. This is going to be a historic show. I can feel it as people continue to submit in raffle tickets to have an opportunity here to make some noise. And here it is. So send it in. It is $20 and being subscribed to both of our YouTube channels. That is at BoyGreen25 and at Take Flight Talk. Shout out to Nathan Tilley, baby, who just sent it in a 2-pack of raffle tickets, $40 total, $20 a piece. That is officially on our banner down below. Woodster, let's freaking go. How many more could be coming on this show? Only God knows, baby. Only God knows.
We'll see. I just seen the newest Take Flight Talk subscriber, Mr. Tilley, right here. So, yes. Appreciate the love and congratulations on your tickets. Tickets, plural,
multiple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, we cooking right now.
Okay, all I'm waiting now is for Fire Aaron Glenn to jump on in here. So let's see if we can get him jumping on that train. That's absolutely beautiful. So again, guys, keep that coming. That is at BoyGreen25 on Venmo and PayPal. And please also make sure you guys send it as a non-business transaction, or else it takes out a massive fee. Or just correspond it. If you feel comfortable doing it as a business transaction, that's totally fine. Just make sure you cover the difference of whatever the fee is coming out, and make sure you do that, sending it in so it's fair for everybody. Again, $20 per raffle ticket. We'll continue to shout those out here on the program. Let's get some other shout outs here from Training Camp Wudi. Again, we got 300 plus people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, show your support. And thank you everyone as well. I see a bunch of people on the Instagram, NFL Playmakers with a Z, Jexican. I've never seen someone with the not Mexican, but Jexican as a shout out to the Jets. That's impressive. And Tailgate Joe's in here too. So shout out to Tailgate Joe. Great to see you in here as well. Let's get some Jets talk in between here with everything going on, Woodster. Here's the next one up. Nick Folk, our Falcon hero. Let's go. Nick Folk today. By the way, he's wearing, let me get this real quick, Woodster. I need your immediate thoughts on this. So Nick Folk, have you seen his new jersey number there, Woody?
No, actually. I have not.
Okay. So you are going to see it now for the very first time. So I need your honest take. Okay. Your honest take of Nick Folk in his new threads. He was at practice today. Obviously, first off, we'll talk about this as I'm grabbing the picture here, Woody. He went 6 for 6, including 2 makes from 50 plus. Back like he never left. Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic said. What do you make of Nick Folk picking up right where he left off? It looks like.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously really good. There's no argument about that. Of course, I would imagine that the battle isn't one day.
Sure.
So there are more. Or the war, right? You may have won the battle, but not the war, right? So this war for this position, I would imagine, is not just one day. I'm assuming you have the other Zach Rosenblatt.
So there it is, real quick. Woody, it is
okay.
18. is Nick Folk. Nick Folk used to wear number 2, of course. Tyrod Taylor's currently manifesting that number right now. What do you think of the 18 for Nick Folk?
I think it's ugly as sin.
I think it's ugly as sin. I think it's ugly
as sin. What?
18. Like 18 was fine on Peyton Manning, a quarterback, but a kicker, 18. It just feels un-American. Yeah.
Un-American. Wow. Man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Boy Green, you are the jersey expert.
Sure, of course.
For me, I'm just trying to. They can all wear any number they want. Really, I don't even care. Let's win games, and then I can worry about jersey numbers and things like that. I literally, I couldn't even care less. Could be any number. That's why when you were saying it, I was like, damn, like, is it like some crazy number? Like, is it like, I don't even want to say the number I was thinking of, but of course you can probably guess what number that was. That's like a ridiculous situation. But if it's not that one number, then say love, let them live. Let them live.
Fair enough.
AJ. Shout out AJ. Come on now. No one cares about this. Boy Green.
Yeah, I know. So maybe I'm just an idiot. Very possible. Very possible. So AJ, salute. Thanks for being a Boy Green Coffee Club member. Hatbass, who has number 3? Xavier Gibson switched to number 3. He used to have 82. That 82 went to Arian Smith, and X, aka Xavier Gibson, went to number 3. So X is jersey 3 there. So there you go, Nick Folk. Okay, all right. If he's hitting it through the upright, he can wear 97,000 for all I care. It doesn't matter. So anywho, so I have this up. Yeah. What's the other Zach?
Do you have the tweet about our guy Mevis too?
Ooh, let me go get that. No, I do not. I'll grab that real quick.
No, you can leave this up because it's not so. Okay. Nick Folk, he went 6 for 6, including 2 makes from 50 plus. Okay. Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker, the guy who I picked to beat Caden Davis, which he did. He went 4 for 6, and his 2 misses both hit the upright. In today's battle, clearly Nick Folk has won. Like I said, for the Mevis jersey holders, however many of you, the dozens of you out there, this is today was a battle. The war will continue. But right now, it seems like Nick Folk, he's about to do what he's been doing, which is definitely a plus.
For sure. Well, let's just be honest, Woody. He is kicking his Folking ass right now. Okay, in this kicker competition, it is terrific. And yes, Hennessy Heisman, Folk still got it. Again, he's 40 years of age, and a lot of people are like, "Where the hell is Nick Folk?" But he's been on a couch somewhere. He has been on an NFL team the last 2 seasons. He was with the Tennessee Titans, and here's this: not only was he on the NFL team, so he's not just coming off the couch. Nick Folk is the league leader, number 1, numero uno, top billing. Okay, the face that runs the place, the head of the table, the tribal chief, if you will. SummerSlam this weekend should be pretty great. I won't go off on a detour. The fact of the matter is, Nick Folk has been the league leader in field goal percentage, conversion rate for field goals the last 2 seasons, 96% and 95% respectively. And it's not a small sample size. It's not like he went 2 of 3 or something. Like, this is a guy that was like 29 of 30 or something 2 years ago. And then this past year was like 20 of 22 or 20 of 21. So he's been awesome. But the only concerns were twofold. One, his age. So people are ageist all the time, like Aaron Glenn normally. We could get into that later, perhaps. And then the injury. Nick Folk hurt his groin, missed 3 games last season, but he is fully healthy, apparently, according to his agent. So Nick Folk sure looks like he still has it, which is great. So shout out to Nick Folk. And boy, kickers are más importante when you're trying to win games, from what I've been told through my ear. So let's try to keep that rolling, baby, here on the show. All right, let's go to some other action here. And look at this. Let's get to this drama. Let's get to this drama that's out in the social media street. So we'll start off with Justin Fields. Okay, so this is Michael Nani of JetsXFactor.com. So he stirred the pot a little bit on social media today. He says, here's the quote: "How do you weigh it's just training camp, he's learning a new scheme in offense, with the fact that Justin Fields has been making similar mistakes for 5 years in the NFL? That's the dilemma Jets coaches must face when evaluating his play this summer. Tough balance to strike." Your reaction to this is what, Wudi?
Boy,
Oh,
Green.
baby.
Boy,
Oh, here we
Green.
go. Here we go.
No, you out here. You trying to get into the octagon, boy, Green. No. I'm not gonna fall for this. I'm not gonna fall for this bait right now.
Hey, I'm just asking you a question, man. Nothing wrong here. No ill intention here. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah. I mean that's yeah. You definitely need to. It is a tough balance. But the coaches, like, in order to bring Fields in, they must have seen like, okay, these are the mistakes that he's making, and they got to attack those, right? Because if they see this ceiling, what is stopping him from this ceiling? They must see something that's stopping him, and then our coach, right, he goes right, just coach him through that to get him through that glass ceiling. So, early on, like right now, July, we're talking July. I cannot take anything I'm seeing in July and be like, oh, this is what's going to happen in November. I can't. We've seen, plenty of QBs throw picks or pick six. And I remember like last offseason, it went viral. Like Matthew Stafford, like threw like 3 straight like pick sixes.
Mm-hmm.
And people were, Stafford, he old, his back. And they were in the, what are they in the NFC Championship, I believe?
Divisional.
If not, it
believe,
was the game right before.
Yeah, it was divisional against the Eagles. They could have, should have, would have beat, and they could have, should have, would have beaten the Eagles. They got within 20 yards of the end zone. They should have beaten them. They did not.
They were fumbling nonstop in the snow. That was a snow game, right? Like, yeah, they were
correct.
Those guys could not play in the snow. Yeah, every completion was getting full. That was a frustrating game to watch if you had money on it, like I did. But yeah, so like I guess, but my point is, right, that's what they were saying about Stafford, and then look at what Stafford did. So to say anything about anyone in July, like Russell Wilson right now, I believe he's like, 80% completion, throwing touchdowns to neighbors every play. Should you start saying Russell Wilson is going to win the MVP? No, right? So Justin Fields, mistakes that he's making right now, I would err toward the, just camp, new scheme, all that type of stuff. But we'll see how it goes, because obviously he has been in the league 5 years. He is still, there's a reason why, right? He hasn't, been a franchise QB. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, for me personally, I didn't think he could, and that still remains to be seen.
This motherfucker is on his third team. He's on his third team in 3 years. He just dislocated his toe the other day, and he's wearing protective gear as he's working his way back into it. Like, I said this before training camp started, so I want to make sure that this is clear. I'm not just saying this now. I said this before training camp. Whether Justin Fields looked like a god walking on water, or this, apparently, these criticisms of holding the ball too long and things of that nature, it's training camp, man. If Justin Fields let me ask you this, Woody. If Justin Fields had 100% completion percentage and 20 touchdowns and no picks in the first week of camp, would the Jets have signed him to a long-term extension as their next franchise quarterback?
No.
Of course not. Okay? So whether it was good or bad, nothing was going to, like, it just is what it is.
Yes.
Regular season will tell the story. That's what will tell the story. So, like, again, to all this chatter that's going on, and there's another layer to this chatter, and boy, will we get into that in a second for Michael Nania on social media. But to me, like, let's pump the brakes here. Okay, let's pump the brakes here, and let's see what's going to happen here. The dilemma is no dilemma to me. Justin Fields is clearly the QB1. And let's say week 1 he looks like shit. The Jets are not benching Justin Fields. They are pot committed to Justin Fields for this season through hell or high water. And if he gets hurt, that's a different conversation. But if he's just healthy playing, they're going to ride this train. It would have to be, to me, multiple awful games, like Kirk Cousins level shit last year, where the Jets are like, we have no other choice. We have to go to Tyrod. This guy's in a funk. But until we get to that, and by the way, that happened like week 12, week 13, deep ass into the season. Like, unless that stuff happens, then what are we talking about here? So that part of it, I just want to hit him with the swerve. If
Just have to say,
sure, go ahead. Yeah,
someone might need to call the police. I'm not sure what's happening in Indy Jets' home right now, but it seems like somebody has drugged him with something heavy, something potentially lethal, because my man's is making some crazy comments in our live chat right now. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But Fields, I mean, there's no world that Justin Fields is currently better than Jalen Hurts at pretty much anything football related.
I see. Oh, now I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, we were just talking about rooting for Clemons, and now you out here, now you bashing Clemons, boy Green. How dare you?
Wow.
All right.
So Fields is better than Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I said it.
I mean, somebody has drugged this man. I don't know what's going on. He's been on this show before. He's our guy. He's my guy. What the hell?
Of course.
But right now, I'm looking at this comment. I'm thinking, what the hell?
That's all right. So that's interesting. I'll let the rankings determine. I'll let the rankings determine some of that action. We got a super chat coming through from our boy Hennessy Heisman, baby. Here, hit him with it. Oh. Hit him with a heisey. Okay, appreciate it. All right, let's send that through every time we get a super chat. My daughters are idling.
Wow.
Hennessy, thank you for the $5 super chat. By the way, you're $15 away, or 3 more Fire Aaron Glenn tweets or posts super chats away, as we're using that as the bar today, from getting a raffle ticket for Jets Cowboys. So take full advantage of that throughout the show, either with other $5 super chats or memberships. You could do a lot of different combinations. Anywho, Justin Fields is what he is. Let's be realistic. We're drafting a QB in round 1 next year. I don't see a world in which we don't. Just hope we are competitive. My first response to this, Wudi, is if the Jets have a top 10 pick, they are obviously taking a quarterback. That means a season must have gone horrifically wrong, and Justin Fields was terrible, relatively speaking. Like, he was more terrible than good if they have a top 10 pick. If they're beyond the top 10, that means they were vying for playoff supremacy in some way during the season. They'd be in the 7-8 win range, balancing out there, because, obviously, you have 32 teams in the league, 14 of them make the playoffs. Start doing the math on where guys are going to be picking. If they're outside the top 10, they're pushing that 7-8 win ballpark territory at least, if not better. So I think that's the line to me. If the Jets have a top 10 pick next year, they're 100% taking a quarterback. Sorry, Justin. You could be a bridge for 2026, I guess, remaining on the roster, but it's over. But if they're not picking in the top 10, I think there's a path to Justin sticking around in it, not just being an automatic first-round quarterback next year.
Well, this, as Boy Green has reminded us time and time again, this was my number one fear. This is why Fields was number 1 on my list of quarterbacks to avoid, is because I don't think with Fields the Jets will get a top 10 pick. I think they're going to get 12, 14, 15, and you guys will be convinced, like, damn, if we just had this, now we can be, better. But, to me, what Hennessy said, that first sentence, Fields is what he is. That is how I feel. That's how I felt, still how I feel. So, okay, out of the bottom 10, thinking that you're that one piece away, then you get a piece, and it is what it is. So that was my fear, is that now we have entered a hamster wheel type situation. But yes, if for some reason somehow we fall into that bottom, then yeah. But I also was another big fan of not having a rookie play in their rookie year. I think you look at the Giants. I think the Giants, they've actually been criticized, but I like what they did. They got Russell, who is still a capable thrower, obviously Super Bowl champion, Hall of Fame type candidate, right? Playing, and then you got Jackson Dart, still, getting his reps in, learning behind him. The QB, the specific QB that I wanted to draft in the 4th round, Will Howard, went to the Steelers.
In the 6th round.
He went to I'm saying I wanted to draft him in the
No,
fourth.
no, I know. I'm just saying that's where he ended up.
He went in the yeah. So he went in the 6th to the Steelers, and now he's learning under Rodgers, which, as you guys know, that was my preferred. So there are some QBs out there that are learning behind some guys. Even Michael Penix, he played his rookie year, but he got to see Kirk operate. I still haven't finished the quarterback series, but
it's a great
Kirk
series. I finished it. Great stuff.
You did finish. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's not a bad choice to learn behind. So that's what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping. But going this route that we went with Fields, I don't think we're going to draft a QB if we have the 14th pick in the NFL draft, and that's where I'm seeing right that we're going to be somewhere in between like 11 and like 17, and that part is what it is to me.
Oh, look, me and Wudi are in alignment that if they're picking out, if they're selecting in the first round outside of the top 10, that we believe they're not taking a quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Dan, the Jets fan 21 says, would you both recommend getting a Mason Taylor jersey? I will just say, buying rookie jerseys are always risky. I have several of them of my, what are they? How many jerseys do I have now? Woody, 97? Is that the
something like that? Yeah, we're gonna do the official count episode.
I'm gonna want one of those Guinness World Record holders, like going, okay, 1, okay, all right, that's 2, okay, all right, let's get an official counter here, and the guy's going like,
yes,
as I'm going. But so rookie jerseys are risky. I have, speaking of rookie tight ends, Jason Morrow. I have that one in the closet, and I can't remember the last time I wore that one. I'm not sure the last time I went and then slap that on. Not sure. But in all seriousness, Mason Taylor, so rookies are a risk. Put that in a bucket. But I will tell you, there's been a lot of positive juice on Mason Taylor in training camp, which looks good. And for you fantasy football people out there, every Friday on this channel, we have a fantasy football expert join the show from rotowire.com. That is Joe Bartle. And he is a big fan of Mason Taylor. And he's going undrafted in a lot of standard redraft leagues. Mason Taylor has a path to be in the second or third most targets on the Jets offense this year. Garrett Wilson will obviously be number 1, and then we can all get into a ring of debate who's going to be 2 or 3. I think Taylor clearly has a path to one of those 2 spots, which could lead to a wonderful season for the young man. So would I recommend getting it? It's a cool jersey to have. Jason Taylor, the father, like there's some connective tissue there. The number's sexy 85. So if you want to get it, hell yeah, go ahead and get it. But just know that rookies obviously are a little risky. And me and Wudi, I think, have different strategies on purchasing jerseys and different prerequisites, for our standards for picking jerseys. So we might be a little.
That's a fact. If I ever heard one, Boy Green is like, "Oh, you on the team? Oh, you got a post? All right, let's. Where do I sign? But for me, yeah, I want to have a jersey where if I'm, walking in the supermarket, someone walks up and is like, "Yo, my God, Quinnen Williams, he's such a beast." And I turn around, yeah, what's up? As I grab my produce or whatever. So yeah, the only rookie jersey I've purchased so far is Sauce. That has aged beautifully. Let me tell you, my God, just signed it. Now just signed an extension. So that's fantastic. So for Mason Taylor, I personally am pretty high on him. I feel like he's a talented player, second generation athlete, great athlete. We don't see any, major competition, for targets from him this season. But you never know. They could just, for all of a sudden, make a deal. Like, as a matter of fact, where AG just came from, they thought they were chilling. They made a deal for TJ Hawkinson, and then all of a sudden they got rid of TJ Hawkinson and got Laporta. So, you know what? Sitting next to Boy Green, the osmosis is coming. You could buy the jersey, buy the Mason Taylor jersey, because again, second generation. I think he will have a great career. And to Boy Green's point, he is a lock to be a top 3 target earner on this team. And we only hope as he gets stronger, every offseason, adding muscle like Will McDonald, that he'll get even more targets and be able to do more with the football. So yeah, Mason Taylor, you got the James Wudi co-signature right here.
There you go. I would tell you on because what you said the only rookie jersey you had was like a Sauce, and I was like, how many rookie jerseys do I have? And here's a couple of them off the top of my head. Mark Sanchez, so I got that one for sure. Vernon Golston, the original 56. Let's see, Jason Morrow, who I mentioned. Let's see, who else did I get? Who else is in there? I just had the list in my head of Zach Wilson, obviously. Geno Smith, of course, in 2013. Yeah, that's
But
a
not
bunch of them.
Sam Darnold? Are you kidding?
Oh, Sam Darnold. I definitely had Sam Darnold. So Sam Darnold's in there. I was just trying to think. The quarterback list is always like an easy one because like you're like he's our guy. This is our savior. So yeah,
God,
Sammy's
you
in
call for
there.
that every time. That's sad, boy Green. I feel bad for you, man.
Yeah. So that's a bunch of them. That's a bunch of the rookie ones that I have. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Here we go.
Wow.
Thank you, Dan, the Jets fan 21 has been a member on this channel for 7 months. That allows us to do what we do. So thank you, Dan. I'll get it signed in Tampa or Miami when I go. Again, that's a cool thing, too. If you get a jersey, you can always go early to a game and then kind of line up there when they're doing their workouts and stuff. And if you go to it's not the gate, the balcony, the ramp, whatever. You go down as low as you're allowed to go as a fan, and you just wait there and scream out their name. Sometimes they come over, so you never know what could happen there. Again, so we talked about Justin Fields, like, oh boy, some people are kind of going sideways on Justin Fields. Here was another one that Michael Nania put out there that got a lot of reactions on social media. Michael Nania, JetsXFactor.com says, I'm not there at training camp, but it feels like Tyrod Taylor is tearing it up almost every day. Best quarterback on the roster? Definitely not the highest ceiling quarterback on the roster, which is why I'm fine with him not starting week 1. But it will be interesting to see how long the rope is once we get to the regular season. ... Wudi?
I have already been on record and said that when I thought Fields was out long term, I was like, damn, because I have this bet with Brandon Bradshaw, all right, our guy.
Yeah.
And if the Steelers win, I receive some money. If the Jets win week 1, he receives some money. And with Tyrod Taylor there, I think the Jets win. And with Justin Fields there, I already said, right, that, I feel like the Steelers. So with what Nani is saying here, I actually don't think there should be too much surprise. Like Tyrod's floor is super high. Like his level of play is doesn't really fluctuate like that. Whereas it should be clear to most people, probably not our guy Indy Jets, because he has Justin Fields as a top 5 MVP candidate. But his play does vary like a lot. Like he has had games where he threw for 300 yards, but he's also had games where he threw for 75 yards and like a pick, So his floor is not that he literally has no floor, but he of course has a much higher ceiling. So when you look at that type of stuff, floor versus ceiling, yeah, Tyrod clearly has a much higher floor. And Tyrod to me is a really good quarterback. And I know you probably can just label this as like, garbage time. But every single time Tyrod came into the game last year, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, he was like near perfect every time. And you can say, oh, that's garbage time, blah, blah. But like, we've been watching horrific QB play for years now. And we've seen plenty of our Jets QBs come in at garbage time and not do nothing. But he was near perfect every time.
I actually have the stats. It's right here. Tyrod Taylor had a 77% completion percentage, 119 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Franchise quarterback?
Well, I'm saying in his brief time, what was his QB rating?
Yeah, let me get the full stats up. I only had the surface level stats. So hang on a second. I'll get everything up for you. Yeah, we could go deep. Tyrod Taylor, who, by the way,
that should be. I feel like that's a standard stat. It's like,
yeah, I just want to give him a shout out. He turns 36 next week, so shout out to Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, here are the here's all the stats that you're looking for old
just a
Tyrod
QB
Taylor.
rating on the season. So
the QB rating on the season. Where is this?
It's got to be over.
Oh yeah, here it is. It's 95.6.
95.6. And he threw no picks.
Yeah. He did not.
That I don't know. We gotta talk to the formula about that. But anyway, yeah, I thought he was really good. So anyway, my whole point is that Tyrod, he's a very steady hand, and a good passer, a smart passer, someone who's willing to air it out, but can also make accurate throws in the middle by the numbers. So yeah, I feel like with that high floor against certain teams, you would be a little bit more confident. Where Fields is a lot of fluctuation. The hope is that the coaching, right, raises Fields' floor. That's what we hope. And that's like when you talk about because everyone wants to always say, but look at Baker, look at Geno, look at the Prince who was promised Sam Darnold, right?
Sure.
All of those guys, they were extremely inconsistent, but eventually their floor was raised. But as of right now, right, Fields' floor hasn't been raised. And, Nani is seeing mistakes right now, which we already agreed shouldn't make too much of an impact during the regular season. But if that's still happening during the regular season, then yeah, that's the issue at hand. That Tyrod, you already know Tyrod's floor is super high, but unfortunately, his ceiling is not that much higher than that.
Here's where I have a problem with this post. Because I don't think it's interesting. The last part. It will be interesting to see how long the rope is once we get to the regular season. To me, there's no intrigue. The rope is 1,000,000 miles long. Justin Fields is not on the hot seat heading into the season that, hey, you better look over your shoulder. There's a Russell Wilson over there. There's no Russell Wilson here. As all the wonderful things you said about Tyrod, he hasn't been a full-time starter in 7 years. Tyrod Taylor has proven that he cannot stay healthy. We will see, hopefully, if that changes. And I mean, there have been some unbelievable. The doctor with the syringe and punching his lung and breaking ribs against Micheal Clemons. Speaking of Micheal Clemons, doing a Roman Reigns, ooh, ah, and then spearing old Tyrod Taylor into the universe and breaking his ribs. So there's been all kinds of crazy-ass shit. But I would just say this. The rope is forever long. There is no way that the Jets pull the rope from Justin Fields unless, again, Justin Fields the first 6 games of the season. The Jets start 0-6, and Justin Fields has 0 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. It would have to be some historic seismic level of suckage before the Jets would consider pulling Justin Fields, in my opinion. He's going to get the opportunity because the Jets are all in. For better or for worse, whether you're a Justin Fields fan or not a Justin Fields fan, the 2025 season, if you look on the Chinese calendar, let me flip to the page. The year of Justin Fields. That's it. They're going all in. If it works, they got their franchise quarterback. If it doesn't, okay, we're drafting a quarterback in the top 10. So that's how the Jets are operating. What does Tyrod Taylor do for you? Do the Jets believe they can win a Super Bowl with Tyrod Taylor? I would imagine not, because if they did, they wouldn't have signed Justin Fields. So the fact of the matter is that Tyrod Taylor is 35, about to be 36. We know what he is. For, again, same thing, for better or for worse, what he is at this stage of his career. He is not going to be the Jets franchise quarterback. Justin Fields has a chance. He is a unfinished canvas. He has potential. The ceiling you referenced earlier, the Jets believe in him. Judy Batista told me of the NFL Network. From talking to all the members of the coaching staff, they believe he could be the guy, regardless of what anyone else thinks on the outside of the building. So to me, I just don't. It will be interesting to see how long the rope is. To me, that's not interesting at all. The rope is not, it's forever long. It's not, the rope to me, the rope's length is not in question. Is it in question to you, Wudi?
No, actually. So I agree with that. I mean, they clearly gave Fields the keys. That's why, to me, he has no excuse.
Sure.
They went all in. Everything is about how can they make Justin Fields reach his ceiling and dramatically raise his floor. That is everything that everybody is doing is a concerted effort to make that happen. I do not think there's any chance of them healthily benching Justin Fields. So, yeah, I would agree with everything from that standpoint. But then, of course, if you're believing Aaron Glenn meritocracy, I guess that's where Nani is hoping that, well, if he does not if he is just hitting his floor, boom, 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 will the meritocracy prevail? But in this specific instance, I don't think it will. So in that case, is there a rope? No, I don't think there is. But is there a case or a possibility that Fields performs at a level where Tyrod Taylor could be better than him? I think, yeah, that's possible.
All right, let's just address a couple of comments from Instagram, because until StreamYard figures it out, we can't highlight those comments on the screen, so I just have to say them out loud. Shout out to Digital Dreams. That is, someone that works with Tyler Johnson, the Jets wide receiver. He helped me with that big Justin Fields behind-the-scenes story, so Digital Dreams, love seeing you on Instagram. And Giovanni Williams, the youngest brother of Quinnen and Quincy, he chimed in and said this: he's going to be okay. He is a believer in Justin Fields. So shout out to Giovanni Williams, who worked out or tried out for the New York Jets a couple of months ago. Giovanni, wishing you all the best in your NFL journey, brother, and hopefully you land on your feet soon. That'd be great to see. So, Gio, it's great to see you supporting the show. Thank you and much appreciated. So, again, me and Wudi agreeing on another item. What in God's green earth is going on? I'm not sure, but scientists will continue to study to see if there's any trend or pattern here that we can sort of evolve for the future. Wudi, I have 400 people watching this show on my side of things, plus all of your destinations as well. Again, I want to give one more shout out here. Like the video, hit subscribe. People, this pair of YouTube shows, because there's both Woody's and mine, on my channel, I do giveaways every single month. Every single month. So if you don't win this one or you don't enter this one, there's going to be another one the following month. So good luck. Enjoy them. We give you Jets content on my channel at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. Like today, this is my third or fourth show. I'm losing track of all of them today. So, guys, enjoy the crap out of them. I hope you do. And then one final plug here, Woody, again, for the rest of the day. So it's 4:13 right now here on the channel. You guys have another 7 hours and change to send in PayPal or Venmos, because I'm not doing any other shows. This is my last show of the day. I'll be going to work with the Syracuse Mets tonight, plus the Hall of Fame game tonight, baby. So if you guys want to send in raffle tickets, the only way you'll be able to do so is via Venmo or PayPal for the rest of today. Again, the day today is Thursday, July 31st at midnight. When it goes from July 31st to August 1st, no more raffle tickets will be accepted to this contest. If you do submit a raffle ticket at midnight or after, that will go towards our next contest that we will announce here in the very near future, coming up likely this weekend after all the hoopla settles with this ticket giveaway. So people, this is a massive giveaway, a $600 value, 2 tickets, Jets Cowboys, 2 tailgate tickets, 2 Jets Cowboys commemorative t-shirts. All that's on the line. Submit a $20 raffle ticket at some point throughout the rest of today to have a chance to win it. We will draw that winner live on Boy Green Daily tomorrow morning. And I can't wait, Woody. After all this buildup, I'm like, who's going to be the chosen one? It's going to be pretty cool.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely super excited. The window is still open. You can do one of those action movies, sliding, in the window before it closes, because that is tonight. But yeah, definitely super excited to see what happens. There's a lot of discussion currently in the comment section about barbecue, and
Sure.
I don't know how much we all know about the menu, but there is some barbecue coming with us to the tailgate. So great times ahead, and get your tickets in. And I appreciate you guys riding with us, talking. We had a lot of exciting, interesting things to talk about, and I loved hearing your feedback. Besides, Indy, I don't know, man. Come on now, you got sober up. Drink some water, man. But other than that, I loved everybody's feedback on some of the takes.
Absolutely, that's for sure. So, guys, Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Creative, certainly, in the section, which we appreciate. And here's one more nugget. Chef Kevin Gilbert is taking photos of the actual food we're going to have on the menu, and then he's taking professional photos. And what we're going to be able to do is put that as another graphic for the menu, Woody, because we could also announce this, that our tailgate will be happening in section D1 of the parking lot. That is D1 at MetLife Stadium. We'll have that up on a graphic. We'll promote the crap out of that ahead of time. So I know a lot of people were asking. It will be in D1. So if you get a MetLife parking lot map, you will see where D1 is there on the map. And actually, as a matter of fact, I don't think the parking map is on this side, but I'll pull it up here. Yeah, it most certainly is not. But this is where we're going to be sitting. That is section 228A. But it's very easy to find a MetLife parking map. We'll talk about that even in more detail as we continue to get closer to the event. But it is D1 for those. And we'll also reach out to you when we finalize other details with the tailgate. So it should be cool. But Chef Kevin Gilbert over the weekend sending pictures of the food. So Wudi, we may get an inside look at that BBQ beer slider for old James Wudi. Tasty, slather, and delicious. Should be a real hoot. Looking forward to that, Woodster, and we'll see me and you together back next week on Tuesday for preseason, our first preseason game.
Wow, that's super, super exciting. To answer our guys' question, unfortunately, I will not be on tomorrow, but I obviously will be super, super in tune with the winner of our July contest. But yeah, next time you'll be seeing me on camera will be next Tuesday. I'll be back in my NC home. Who knows? Hair down, hair up. We'll see.
No, okay.
We're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, let's go Jets. Jets. Jets.
Yes, Bob Lederer will be joining us for his normal weekly Friday spot. So he'll be with us when we draw that winner. And again, whenever that winner is chosen, it'll be at random. It'll be very transparent. You guys will see the wheel. And again, I have no stake in the game. Whoever wins it, good luck to you guys. And I appreciate all of you guys supporting. And again, we'll have a couple of ticket packages left that you guys can purchase. And then that will be over as well. So we'll give you those details on the show tomorrow. Everybody, peace out. Like the video and take flight talk, baby. What are you doing now? Jump on the train. We appreciate y'all. Take care, and we'll see you. All right, beautiful. Wudi.